Hello, chat. What is Swift activity? Calm? Alright. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really tired. Let's go ahead and collect some more of my fire clay. Whoop. I don't know what's going on. I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. Probably because I got next to no sleep. If I had to guess, that'll do it. It does not seem like there's anybody here yet. To be fair, I did go live later than usual. But how is everyone doing? Of the nobody that's here. Hopefully well. Hello, Hex. Yeah, it's a good time of year to be tired, I suppose. Got people. I live in a duplex, which is like a house, but it's got like another house on the other half of it. And like, there are people during the day, during the exact hours that I try to sleep. Just over there, doing stuff. And to be fair, it's not their fault. The landlord is the one having him do it. Oh shit, I thought he's partially spoiled. Probably too late to turn it into a snack. Especially if I don't have a knife. Yoink. I'm 0% cured. Well, I guess I saved my red meat jerky. Alright, I want to put this in here. Boom. Alright, so I basically got everything I need. I'm gonna put these here. If I get 3. There we go. Do these really only stack up to 8? Hello, Cyan! Huh, that's... what a weird number for those to stack up to. Yes, I've installed Knapster. I've also played with it a tiny bit, and I do not see the appeal. Like, I don't get what makes it so good. Like, if you don't want to put in the work, sure, but it's very slow. And there's a way to speed it up, but despite my better efforts, I could not figure it out. So I don't know what's up with that. Alright. Let's go ahead and light this up. I gotta grab my whatchamacallit. So Knapster is basically just a mod that like automatically smiths and naps stuff for you. I actually like smithing, so I won't be using it for that. But I've got a lot of napping that needs to be done. Or not napping, clay forming. Hello, it's Pede. And so clay forming is pretty tedious. It's one of those necessary evil sort of things, though. Gosh, I need more inventory space. How are you doing, Cyan Dog? And do you want to collab? Come on, collab with me, it'll be fun. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm kind of just making plates. Might use Knapster on those, just to show it off. And, because I'm like weirdly tired. Alright, well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, even if it is for the briefest of moments. Alright, where's this door? How do I make... Here we go, iron hatch door. No. Gotta move them around. Do. There is a way to make this faster, but this does seem a lot less tedious for at least this. I do not think I'm going to use this for anything except really tedious things, though. What? How much is the door supposed to take up? I guess the doors do take up 4 each. My goodness. On reflection, it is a good thing I'm cheating. But for stuff like making simple tools, I'm not going to be doing this. This is just to get this out of the way quickly. Gotta make this beehive kiln so that I can fill it with just so many ceramics. Wonder what this looks like being made with plates instead of ingots. Presumably very similar. I don't think I've ever tried making anything that requires I stack a plate on top of a plate, though. Boom! Yoink! I cannot imagine how long that would have taken without Knapster. So what are you studying, Cyan Dog? And is it the creation of beehive kilns? Because if so, this is a helpful stream for that. What if I shouldn't have just taken a day off? I'm so tired because I've not been able to sleep lately. Although, Saturday, if I am going to miss a day, tends to be Saturday, so missing 2 in a row would be a bit unprofessional of me. Alright. Rift activity is still calm. I can't believe we're going to have a beehive kiln soon. Speaking of beehives, it's too cold for them to do their thing. Hopefully I was able to mute in time. So excited. Just can't hide it. I'm going to want to make more of these fire clay gratings. I know you can make like a second shelf to fire even more clay, assuming that's not been nerfed. I'm going to have to fire a bunch of stuff. I got these 4 crocs here. I plan on either doing 12 or 24 crocs. Just a multiple of 3. Excuse me. I believe crocs hold 4 meals each. Whoop. Let's go ahead and go with the door again. What if I couldn't just slap more on at once? That sounds like a good way to lose your materials, though. Or at the very least, if I wasn't using Knapster right now, on account of my EP, I would imagine it would be a good way to fuck something up. About to start starving. My character can suck it up, though. We'll eat as soon as this is done. Like, I'm not going to force them to wait until I've completed the 3rd one as well. But we can eat after this 2nd one is finished. I do wonder why this door specifically you have to smith from the ground up. Whereas like the larger iron doors, you just make like anything else. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, this isn't nearly as fun. I do think that Knapster does have a place, though. Like, as an accessibility feature, it's great. I am not making iron arrowheads, but if I was, I would imagine being able to just do this would be game-changing. Boom, 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 boom. Fortunately, I saw a lot of people complaining about Knapster. Because it's like, oh, it affects too much stuff. You cannot use it. Like, look, all the usual options are there. And the way people talked about it, they made it sound like using Knapster would force you into auto-completing stuff. It doesn't do that for you. It might be too easy to succumb to the temptation to do that. Which is why I tend to not allow myself to cheat at all. Because if I let myself cheat a tiny bit, I'm going to cheat a lot. I have no attention span, and even less willpower. Alright. Oh. Put this back. Schmecked it there. Scythe, going to go there as well, just for now. I do not need the scythe on me, although apparently you can feed grass to cows. Which makes sense, but I don't know, I didn't think to try that. Alright. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Unfortunately, as nice as it would be to stream for longer, I have got to sleep, so I'll be going to bed at roughly the usual time. I started 20 minutes later than usual, but now I might go 20 minutes later. But I can't do it like a long stream like I did yesterday. I don't work tonight, so now would be a good time to stream, or not stream. But I'm going to aggressively try to sleep, in spite of the construction going on next door. Excuse me. We can do this. Sleep is for nerds. Might be why I'm so tired all the time. My squirrel likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Night sky out here is beautiful. One second. Alright. Iron hatch door. My iron hammer is about to break. It's fine, I've got a meteoric iron one. It's like an iron hammer, but from space. Also slightly better, but not quite as good as steel. I am thinking that I might just make like a proper windmill instead of attaching a windmill tower to this house. I say that because I think I'm just going to destroy this house. And then try to build a better one that I've actually planned out. I know it's hard to look at how beautiful this house is and think, surely this was planned out. Or how easy it is to look at this house and think, surely it was planned out. Ah, but no, I'm just being goofy. I could temporarily set up in the windmill, yes. What I kind of want to do is I want to make like a monastery. Like a secular monastery. But I was looking at pictures of monasteries, and a lot of them are very pretty. I would still really like a bone block, so that I can make a sort of catacombs. Alas, there used to be a mod that added a bone block, but A, it didn't look very good, no offense to the person who made it, and B, it's super outdated. Like, it does not look too different from the bone block in Minecraft, but Vintage Story as a rule looks a lot better than Minecraft does. So if you try to send out a block of similar quality, it'll be unfortunately a block of subpar quality. See, the way I like to build houses is that I'll make like a small structure above ground, and then I'll make a cellar. And then I'll start adding hallways and extensions to that cellar. Until I live in like a network of tunnels underground. That have like a bedroom or something above them. Alright. So this beehive kiln is unfortunately going to be very temporary. Especially since I'm making it out of fire clay bricks. Shit's gonna probably break after one use. If I was dirt. Where are we heading? There's some low fertility soil. I'm willing to use the medium, just not the high. Jekyll, Jekyll, high, Jekyll, high, Jekyll, Jekyll. Alright. I would like to keep this space for earthworms. And this space will probably belong to earthworms once again in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and get our fucking thing built. And keep it close to my house so that I can get it any time. Alright. How does this work? There we go. I'm super excited. Hello, Pocket. I think that naming my earthworms would be a lot of work. As much as I enjoy naming characters, I've got a lot more earthworms than I've got OCs. How are you doing, Pocket? I'm really tired, and I started late, so this is technically going to be a pretty short stream. I'm not going to end it earlier than usual, but also can't go much later than usual. No, the Beehive Kiln is named that because of its shape. No actual bees were harmed in the making of the kiln. I do have bees, like, right over there, so if they do fly in here and get hurt, as unfortunate as that is, it is not my fault. Whoops. I mean, I do need a block there, but that's not what I was trying to place. Boom. Alright. Set these up as grates. Oh, another grate. Nope, that's not where I want that. Come on, don't break. Sweet. Alright. I'm super excited. On that note, this is a fire clay kiln, so pretty much several of these blocks are guaranteed to break after a single usage. Where are my doors? Here are my doors. Whoop. Alright. One door there. One door here. One door here. Boom, it's coming together. I'm going to have to dig a space under it as well. So that I can get under there and put down some firewood or whatever it is I plan on using. Alright. Put a block there temporarily. Alright, hard to tell. It does look like I need more here. Am I using blocks unnecessarily? I don't believe I am. I probably just didn't make enough. I've got plenty more, but I do have to be careful. Because if I run out of fire clay bricks, I'd run the risk of not being able to make a bloomery in the future. And if I can't make a bloomery, I'm going to run out of fire clay. Kids describe as not ideal. I think this is gonna also be boom, there we go. Let's see if that worked. Structure is complete. Can't get hot enough. Paused. What do you mean you can't get hot enough? Oh, because I'm missing one right there. Ready to be fired. Ignite 3x3 pile of coal below. Progress will proceed once all 9 piles have ignited. Well, we're not doing that currently. Go ahead and dig under here so we can actually build the fire when the time comes. I'm super excited. Probably use like a trapdoor or something. Unfortunately, because of my small size, I can just kind of crawl around down here. Boom. Usually, when making a beehive kiln, you have to be more careful about it. Alright, let's see if I can't find... You know what? Maybe using a wooden trapdoor is not the best idea. I'm also a little bit too lazy to make a iron one for now. So I'll just block it back off with dirt when I'm done. Oh, that's the way real pit kilners do it. Yep. Hello, we-ware. Bee overlords to sell more bees. Well, I treat my bees well. They even have a bodyguard over here in the form of Puppy Dog. Puppy Dog's a little bit stupid, but he's got spirit. Fire clay bricks. Why is it an odd color? So I heard on the grapevine that I can make more of these. Let's go with 2. Alright. Actually, I don't think these are unnecessary. That is why I ran out of fire clay bricks. Although it wouldn't hurt to have a couple extra. I'll double check that these are unnecessary. But if these were necessary, I wouldn't have had to use that dirt. So it makes sense. I hide it well, but I'm like really fucking tired. Alright, there we go. Double check you are still complete. Yep, still complete. Right. So, the way I saw it... is, there we go. That should still be acceptable. Looks like it totally is. Does it require coal, or can I use wood? I could have sworn you can use wood. It does specifically say coal, though. Refractory bricks. Blocks 9 refractory gratings can also have the option to place refractory grating in the middle layer for the space, which acts as shelving for a second layer of clay products. Must be placed a pile of fuel. The piles do not need to be completely full, but you do need at least some fuel in all 9 spots. Stackable fuel from wood to coal. Alright, so the handbook still says woodworks, which means it's time to do some fucking, whatchamacallit. Why can't I pick that? Pick it up. There we go. I do want blue clay shingles, or rather black shingles at some point. Oh, get that out of there. Let's really inefficiently use the space. Also, might as well open up 2 of these preemptively. Alright. That's my mortar. Let's go put this away, since I am very limited on inventory space. Woodwork would be cool. You can kind of pretend you're doing woodworking using chisels. Hello, JJ. I'm sorry for immediately coughing the moment you shut up. How are you doing, JJ? Alright. Could make more crocs. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Something, something, something. Ick. Wait a minute, the clay forming is working now. I couldn't get this to work earlier. Probably did set it up correctly. It just didn't look like it was set up correctly. Alright, so that brings me to 8. Let's go and make 2 more. Or what do we think? Do we want to go for 12 crocs or 24 crocs? I can easily fill 24 crocs. But I'm also only a solo player. I think it would be really cool if, like, you could craft cushions or whatever. Like, just let us make comfortable sofas. I think I do want to go for 24 crocs, just to fill the space. Not inside the Beehive Kiln. Oh, the Beehive Kiln's going to be filled really quickly. Oh, nope, don't want that in the middle. It's going to be hard to fill the Beehive Kiln on account of my short. Stop putting it in the center. Ick. Nope, that's still in the center. Don't worry, chat, we'll do this. That's in the center. We got this, chat. Curse my short. Nope, center. Don't worry, Chad, we've got this. There we go. As fun as it would have been to keep doing that. I do gotta go to bed sometime in the next 2 hours. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna make another 12 of these. And there's still plenty of room for bowls. 1 bajillion crocs. I'm sure I could fill that many crocs. Probably not all at once. I'm just gonna get these all preemptively set up. Just so that I make exactly the right amount. But yeah, we're going to do 24 crocs, a couple bowls. I want to do shingles, but I don't know if I can justify making that right now. If I've got space. Still have to do stuff that is due tomorrow. How many of my viewers are still in school? Crocs are basically like these little clay things that you put food into and then seal them so that they last longer in storage. It's not like a crock pot. Oh, that would be kind of cool, like a slow cooker. I don't know how we would power it. Using QP chisel tools, I'm tempted to make like a functioning toaster oven. I could make it look like a toaster oven, but because it would just be an oven, I would still have to preheat it with wood in a way that you don't normally have to do with toaster ovens. Or at least none of the toaster ovens I've used have required you preheat them with wood. Boom, look at all of my crocs. Air fryer. There is a mod that adds electricity. So it'd still be goofy, but like it could be done. Alright. In this room here, I think I'm going to do 4 bowls, 4 cooking pots. Although I do plan on making an iron cooking pot, so I might not need to do cooking pots at all. Doorbell rings. Gee, who is it? Blue clay crucible rather. Spile mold. Making molds would be unnecessary. Oh, some black ceramic honey pots would be nice. But perhaps not absolutely necessary at this very moment. Let's do... Well, that requires a lot of clay. How much clay do I have? I have a lot of clay. Let's do a storage vessel. Alright, yeah. Storage vessel can come in black ceramics. We'll do a storage vessel. Probably 3 bowls. And a cooking pot. Just to have. And then fill the rest of the space with shingles. Although I'm going to need to make another Beehive Kiln at some point. Or just hope that not very much of this one breaks. But look how tall this thing is. Could you imagine doing this by hand? At my height? Whoop. Struggling with my controls. Right. Do a cooking pot. 3 bowls. Hello, itmost. Bowls. Shingles. Oh, 12 shingles only requires 4 clay. Gonna do the 4 bowl thing. How are you doing, itmost? I should probably look for the stuff to make tin bronze. Not tin bronze. Bismuth bronze. I have the stuff to make tin bronze. Whoop. Oopsie daisy. Alright. So, let's go and put you here. Alright. Did I leave my storage vessel over there? Or rather the raw vessel? Oh, I totally did. Do. Smack you up there. Right, top shelf full. And I've got room to make 1, 2, 3, 8. I can make 8. I don't need to count them. Or do I? Do I need to count them? Make 8 stacks of shingles. Which will hopefully be enough to last me for a while. Get out of here. I actually don't know how many shingles can be stacked. My guess is, since I'm doing this in a beehive kiln, I can just do the entire stack. I'm not entirely sure. This will be like science. If we fuck it up, it'll be a very expensive mistake. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. Making shingles doesn't seem too bad. I'm sure making this many by hand would be tedious as fuck. I don't mind the tiny bit of repetitive stress injury, though. Like, Knapster definitely seems like it would be a really useful accessibility feature. I'm using it because I'm tired and lazy. But you know what? Sometimes you're tired. It happens to the best of us, and then it also happens to me, the worst of us. Alright, let's see how many... Oh, I'm stopping again. Let's go and put these down, and then we'll see how many fit in a stack. Yeah, shut up, starving. Quite a bit more than I've got, that's for sure. Let's go eat some food. And then we'll continue our journey. Hell, I might run out of clay before I run out of, Nom nom. Might run out of clay before I run out of space. Voice actor. Forced to do that now. Alright, well, I appreciate you stopping by. I played a tiny bit of Warframe. I don't think I've touched it since I've gotten a better computer, though. Now, back when I played Warframe, I did not have a computer that could handle it. Alright. Let's keep this up. 1 second. Sea of Thieves recently updated to Season 18. I want to like Sea of Thieves. I'm just bad at it. Boom. I do wonder actually how many of these fit in a fit in a spot. Dang it. Raw blue clay shingle. Fire on a pit kiln. Alright, fine. Don't tell me how to do it. Raw blue clay. Crock. Okay, so it does tell you where to, how many to open. I was just going to do 2. But 3 also works. Right, let's go. I'm excited to finally get this done. At some point we are going to have to figure out how to make bismuth bronze. Like, I already know how to make it. In fact, I believe bismuth bronze is what I made in the last save. Alright. I don't know where that 21st one came from. Might actually be worth going to go collect the rest of that blue clay that I found. Because this is not something I'm going to be able to do too often. So filling it while I've got it is not a bad idea. Also might have to sail around the island. And pick up some firewood. Been a while since I've been on the boat anyway. It's very exciting stuff. Do 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 do. Alright. Let's go and stack these up. Yeah, I'm going to go through the translocator and collect more blue clay. Waste not, want not, and all that. Boom, boom. Do 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 do. It's good music. I'm a little bit tired. I know, I hide it well. Ooh, do do do. Gonna bring that with me. Turnip seeds. Oh, my salt is dried on my person. That's what we like to see. It's why I've been carrying it around, actually. Alright. What were those? And fire clay grating. I had more of those than I thought I did, apparently. Can put this down. Find out what was in this thing. What was in here? Oh, olivine. That is where I got this from. Throw that in there. I will need more olivine, but it's not like I don't know what a bunch of that shit is. Eat the pie. Might as well go grab another slice. You behave now, puppy dog. Took out a lantern. Do not need to have that in my offhand. On account of it being broad daylight. What's what? Well, it seems like a waste, if I already know I'm NB. Being smart? I'm not entirely sure what the hell I'm talking about anymore. I'm just saying shit and running around Sonic Fest. Tiny bit old, tiny bit tired. No, repairing the translocator. The translocator is actually already repaired. Although I do know where another 2 or 3 are. That's not where I want to be at all. Here we go. Went up the wrong ladders. I should probably remove the incorrect ladder so that I stop going up that direction. I'm over here like, oh, fucked it up again. Not going to do anything to prevent me from fucking it up in the future, but oops, fucked it up again. I hear a shiver somewhere. I don't know if I've actually explored this cave. Oh, there was the shiver running towards me. Alright, off we go. Come on, vamonos. Fuck, I'm stuck. Everybody, let's go. Oh, there's some zinc. I went the wrong way. Zinc is one of the 2 things I need to make bismuth. If I can make 2 bismuth bronze plates. Or ingots, rather, to make 1 plate. I can make the iron pot. And the iron pot can cook twice as many servings of food in one go. Where's my clay? I marked it over here in red. Cool stuff, bring ladders. I did mark it in red, but not that apparently. Where's my clay? That's the translocator. There's the blue clay. So it is in this direction. You whoop. Olen niin vanha ja vasanut. Oh, never mind. It's just claystone. Assume I would be able to find more clay in claystone, but you would assume incorrectly. In fact, there's like fuck all here. It's almost like this is a desert. What is the temperature? 13 degrees Celsius. Much too hot. Whee! Ow. Who would have thought that jumping wildly and blindly was a bad idea? Wonder if there's more space rock out here. Just gotta keep your eyes open on the map for what look like perfect little circles. I'm pretty bad at spotting them, but some people can spot them pretty easily. That is circle-ish, but A, it's not perfect. And B, it's just a pit to hell. There's borax. Right, let's get out of the desert. I'm also going to have to pick up some firewood. But that sounds like a later problem. Hello, Asuna Quinn. Well, I was going to say I'm alright. I'm not alright, but I'm mostly extremely tired. How are you? Let's go and check these pine trees real fast for resin. No such luck. 'Tis what it is, we continue. Alright, the hyena does not wish to bother me, that is good. I too would not wish to bother the hyena. Sure would be nice if the fruit trees around here would tell me when, stroke if, they're actually going to start flowering and fruiting. Oh, the stream's going alright. I've got the Beehive kiln built. I just need firewood to fill it. Oh, hey, there's red clay there. I don't need red clay. Yeah, but it never hurts to know where it is. What are these tree types? What is this? Oak? Maple? Walnut? It is walnut. Not done it. I didn't bring my staff, so I can't summon any axes. Whatever. Oh, come prepared later. Probably just sail around to the redwood forest. If all you need is firewood, redwood will provide that. From Tasmania. I go by Satu, and I live in California. I was actually born here, but I did not grow up here. Oh, dang it, I just realized, since I did not bring my staff, I can't, summon a shovel either. I'm not a fan of California. Like, it's... politically, it's alright. temperature-wise, fucking sucks. I do not like temperatures greater than -6 Fahrenheit. I mean, -6 Celsius. I'm tired. So 21 Fahrenheit is roughly perfect. Oh, I hear turkeys. I wonder if the turkeys have seen flint. No, there's some brown coal. There might be flint down here. Oh, there is a ruin. Hello. Just looking around. Aged claystone ashlar. There is not a whole lot in here. There's a ruined shelf of lab equipment. Some rusty gears in a crate. Oh, another ruin. Really close to the first one. Claystone cobble skulls. I'll take this. I'm getting tired of all these cobble skulls in materials I do not want. Spiders are fantastic. I wish we had spiders the size of, like, elephants. I don't know what they would eat, but that sounds like a somebody else problem. Whoever's in charge of feeding the spiders. There's a third ruin down here. Forage vessel. Well, there could be flint in here, actually. And there is actually flint, as well as some beanades. Alright, I should get out of here, but I'm going to mark this place and come back for it. Excuse me, Drifter. Ow, who's throwing rocks? I know the answer to that question. I don't suppose y'all know how I got down here, do ya? Nope, not this way. Flies the size of elephants. That would be the logical solution. How did I get down here? I'm guessing I came through here. There is grass growing down here. Ow, rude. Except I don't think this is how I got down here. Yeah, I didn't see that water coming in. That just leads downwards. Oh, I hear both one. No, that's just a pit going further down. Eat a pie while I run. I don't think going further down is going to help too much, I say, and then I jump anyway. Alright, here we go. We're on the surface. Cave. Caps lock is on, but I'll fix that later. I'm not going to fix it. Oh, you're either a scammer or a bot. No, I'm totally fine. Well, thank you for offering, though. Also, thank you for following 8 minutes ago. I did not see that. Couldn't tell you what I was doing 8 minutes ago. I was either looking for flint or lost in a cave. I wonder how you make grenades. Presumably you just make them out of something and then fill them with bees. You're not a scammer or a bot. I will take your word for it, but I am skeptical. Working with artists I do not know IRL. But I do occasionally commission out of my character, though. Like if I pause the game, come over here. I commissioned this piece not that long ago from Biddy Bat Arts. Adorable necromancer space bird. It's gonna hide that. I need blue clay. We must acquire clay. I also need firewood. I could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. There's my clay. Not actively being murdered. In fact, rift activity is calm. Ooh, a stone ring. That's not what I want to make right now. I'm curious as to what the stone ring is from, though. Oh, I guess Auto nap is disabled. I mean, enabled. So the opposite of what I said. Let's find out what the stone ring is for. See, the problem is that a lot of the times, people who, like, approach you looking to commission are either scammers or bots. But also, like, the economy is so bad that I'm sure there are people who are not. That just don't know any better. Or, like, that desperate for a commission. I wonder what this gold-looking stuff in the blue clay is. Is it gold? Oh, rather silver, but if I could make a plate for my lantern, I could make it much brighter than it currently is. Alright. Since I do not have the ability to conjure weapons, or not weapons, tools. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to decline for now. Wow, that grass grew really fucking quickly. I just gotta collect this clay and get out of here with my life. Plenty of space. Hello, Awiware. It's only got 6 durability on it. I don't think I'm going to collect so much clay that I throw my hammer, but if I was going to, that hammer is basically dead anyway. Nope, auto mod blocked the bot. Alright, just make sure that it's not AI. Like, I'm not here to accuse people of being scammers, but it is worth watching out. That is good. I'm waiting for the AI bubble to fucking pop. AI is shit. All it does is steal, and it's terrible for the environment. Also, if the AI bubble pops, Disney will lose a lot of money, and that's really funny. I think Disney should lose all the money. Simply for being evil. There's a lot of blue clay down here. I keep flip-flopping between being like, oh, I don't need to collect all of it. And it's like, I should collect all of it. Oh, hey, look, it's the surface. Oh, and there's water. So I should be careful. Oh, my clay is getting wet. Oh, I don't think it makes a difference. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Right. I'm still kind of stuck. This person is new. I'm not going to outright label them a scammer or a bot. But no, they're not in the Discord. Wouldn't eat blue clay, but they should allow you to eat clay as like a struggle meal. There we go, I'll just go until this hammer or shovel breaks. Whoops. There we go. If I eat this pie, that'll free up some space. Might... Nope, actually this should be good. I should be golden. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. And there's still blue clay, so we can return. I keep seeing that wall. I'm getting excited that it might be basalt. I know it isn't. It wasn't basalt the last 2 or 3 times I got excited by it either. Alright. Well, hello there. You're a colorful little fish. I do wish coral reefs... Oh, is that a clownfish? It is. I wish coral reefs were, like, more colorful. Like, why are they so dull grey? Oh, I got distracted. So people will make these little flat, like, cakes of clay. Occasionally they'll put, like, flour and sugar in there as well, so that they're not awful, and there is a tiny bit of nutritional value. But they're like a struggle thing. Usually if you're eating clay, it's so that you don't feel hungry. It's not actually filling you. What am I doing? I could have thrown away these bees. You know what I don't need? Are bees. Well, that's okay. A wee where you'll just have to watch more of my streams, so your Twitch recap is better next year. 18 uses. You should be able to use Necrotic Flux to purchase my one emote. Nothing here. Just keep running. What can you do? You run. Yeah, it's filling you with clay. So you fill full. It's just not, like, nutritionally filling. Well, this game is... It's a voxel-based game. It started out as a Minecraft mod, but... Like, they made the engine themselves from scratch. It's got, like, a whole team working on it. I wish I could catch fireflies. I think I can. But also, I wouldn't want to catch the fireflies. All you can do with them at that point is trap them in a bottle, and it seems a little bit cruel. A lot of coal here. Well, caps lock is still on. Let's go ahead and fix that. Crown coal save. I should have called it lignite, since that's what it is. Lignite does sound like the setup for an inappropriate joke, though. Ooh, saguaro. Oh, don't have any space. Only have the option to throw these. Gonna pick some saguaro cactus fruit. Boom. 2 saguaro cactus fruit. I wish there was a way to, like, grow more cacti. There are not enough cactus with fruit in the area to make, like, saguaro wine. Yeah, if you want to use somebody's emotes outside of chat, you've got to be subscribed. Subscribbled. But you can use Taravitoloa here. If you buy it with Necrotic Flux. I don't know how much it costs, I did not set the price. Why are you stealing your mother's needles? I'm trying to mend clothing. Whoop. Alright. Eventually I'm going to stop doing that. I say that, but I'm probably never going to stop doing that. Alright, let's get this out of here. Let's make some... Whoa. Let's make some shongles. Ow. Actually, I'm totally fine. I hear them. Sleigh bells wrongling. Jing jang jongling too. Whoop. Come on. I'm kind of curious as to what the tower and the devastation would be like with my ability to double jump. Although I can skip like half of the first puzzle, since I can just climb through the window. I don't think I will if I get to the devastation. But I could, and that amuses me. Oh shit. One of these days I'll get around to harvesting that. Until then, it's just green. It's like a hazard. To me. I'm gonna eat my saguaro cactus. Some shingles. 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 Shingle all the way. Your Discord is evil? But remember, Weewer, to always use your better judgment. Puppy dog, what are you doing? Never mind, puppy dog's behaving. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 7. Might go till like 8 or so, since I started so late. But I'm going to have to sleep eventually. I also wonder if I shouldn't make any bricks. Bricks would be easier to make. There we go. We'll do 60 in each. Let's go grab some food that's not saguaro cactus. Is anybody here excited for 1.22? The fishing update? It's not what it's called. But fishing is coming to Vintage Story. I think fishing should have been in the game the entire time. As much as I like the primitive survival fish traps, they feel way too passive. Like, I would probably still use them, but I would also like to be fishing myself. Fishing in Minecraft is pretty basic, but I do actually enjoy it, especially with mods like Farmer's Delight that add fun new cooking recipes. They add a corrupt fish. I think they should just bring the rot back. As I understand it, the tower, in the middle of the devastation, just erased the rot from existence. Somehow, considering there's all the lore about the rot still floating around. In those lore books that I've been picking up but not actually reading. Have you not been to the devastation yet? It's very pretty. I'm a fan. Well, there aren't a lot of mods, to my knowledge, that make Minecraft fishing more interesting. There is Fathoms. I still need to collaborate with the developer of Fathoms. It doesn't necessarily change how fishing works, though. It just gives you more fish to catch, as well as adding, like, a dredge. And cool fish to fish up in, like, unique biomes, as well as different phases of the moon. Ow, my neck. That's a lot of mods. Evil in Discord. Alright, just gonna pick these up. Hopefully all of this works. many shingles do I actually need? Ceramic shingle. Roof beam. It's not overly helpful. Okay, so actually, it's not that expensive. I might be making more than I actually need, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. It's gonna make some bricks. There we go. I'm going to need a lot of shingles. Let's go and grab a bunch of these. I'm not spacing out, everyone else is spacing out. Alright. Couldn't seal you. Does still say just to ignite it. Let's go ahead and sleep past the time. Although the sun will be coming up soon anyway. So perhaps not. Let's grab my staff. Find where I put my flint and put that away. Sure wish I was smarter than I am. Alright, there we go. Flint away. What else can I drop off? Might make a crate or something for all my blue clay. Oh, I've got some crocks. I don't remember making those. Put the limestone, whatever the fuck. Gosh, I'm tired. Alright. Let's go and prop up my flint shovel, since I do not need that. And let's sail around the island. I'm not, like, exploring or anything. I just need to go collect some bullshit. Is the necromancer in Warframe any fun? Because I know it's not like a traditional necromancer. But if I was going to play Warframe, I would probably play the necromancer. One can never have enough necromancy. Are there still hairs down here? Yes. Yes, there are. No, there is actually one female and one male hare down here. That being said, they're really not that trapped, so I don't know why they've not made an attempt to escape. Probably just really stupid. Although if they did escape, they would probably despawn. Since I'm sure the only reason they've not despawned is that they cannot move around that much down there. Hello, Diesel. Ever played Path of Exile? I have not. Somebody did recommend I play PoE, but what I did was I bought Pillars of Eternity. What I have played, though, is Diablo 2, and 3, and 4. 4 was alright. 3 was better after they added the Necromancer, and then Diablo 2 was the first one that I played. I feel like there's a drug deal going on in my Twitch chat right now. That's all what's going on, but I didn't even know Path of Exile had Necromancers. I might check it out, although I don't have that much free time. Free time is not something I've got. I mean, in theory, I've got a lot of free time. In practice, like if I'm not working or sleeping, I'm streaming. Not a whole lot of time to play games because I want to. I do enjoy streaming, I just don't have free time. Who knows? Unlikely, but maybe one of these days I'll make so much money from streaming that it'll become my job, and then I'll hate it. I mean, I'll have free time. Realistically, it's not going to happen, so I'm not going to hold my breath. This clay is very odd. Not clay, chalk. I could always do what Elon Musk did and just pay people to play it for me and make me look more impressive than I actually am. I don't know if I could get somebody to make me a Volley VTuber model. I don't even use the label furry. And so anybody with the power to make a Volley VTuber model would probably be annoyed with me for that. Alright, here we are. Now this place is temporarily unstable, but I'm just here to fuck up the wildlife. That's not true, I'm just cutting down a tree. Probably don't even have enough room to cut down 2 trees. Yes, I fucked with the configs, so my boat is fast as hell. In my defense, my world has a lot of ocean in it. If I could build a proper houseboat, I would probably do that. Like, if I had the ability to sleep and cook on my boat, I would be the happiest NB in the land. Get out of here, turnip seeds. Sure, it would be nice if I put most of my stuff away. Raw blue clay brick. I'm nothing if not stupid, so let's drop that on the ground. I did not remove enough inventory space. Rid of the brilliant axe. Don't put the brilliant axe in your offhand. I wish I could put some of the wood in my offhand. There was a mod. Oh no, that lets you cook and stuff. I don't know. I don't think I've seen it. I've looked around. It cannot be that commonly known, otherwise surely somebody would have told me about it. Where'd I park? Just over here dropping stuff on the ground. I've got boat storage. Not a lot of it, mind, but enough for what we're doing here. Brew. Pile of aged books. A lot of peach. Pumpkin seeds. My inventory management is a shit show. Nice. One can never have enough cats. I mean, there's definitely an upper limit of how many cats is reasonable. Don't want to become the crazy cat lady. We are in stars. 3 asterisks. Pretty interesting Instagram you've got there. Alright, might just have to admit defeat and head out with what I've got. I can start cutting it up once I get home. Scared of that. Let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta get this beehive thing going. Hello, caveman. I didn't even see you there. I'm just watching whatever the hell is going on in my Twitch chat go on. Wow, the sun is really cubey. Nope, it's not crashing into sand. I crash my boat all the time, so I wouldn't want to, wouldn't want it. But it would be nice if you crashed into an island hard enough if it just damaged your boat. Like, it would be fair. Like, make it repairable. But also punish me for not paying attention. Says the person who is frequently not paying attention. How are you doing, Caveman? Why did I bring my gravestone? No wonder I never have any space. A friend of my sister's husband apparently makes a furry live 2D PNG tuber models or whatever the fuck. Not to sound like pretty much everybody, but honestly, I can't think of a VTuber that doesn't annoy me at least a tiny bit. My sister's alright, because I grew up with her. But she'll also do that weird thing where, like, they try to speak in a higher pitched voice than they actually have. I don't know. And some of them definitely are, but I just feel like every VTuber, to some extent, is trying to pander to perverts. It's not impossible that my sister is doing that as well. Inboard. What I would like is the ability to build a frigate. I just want to build a frigate. Let me build a giant ship that is so large that logically there should be 100 people piloting it. Oh yeah, I gotta do something with my skeletons. Oh, there's a snake just hanging out on my books. Sheriff Woody voice be like, there's a snake in my books. Alright. So much shit I do not need on my person. Take these bones. I think I've got a crate with them somewhere. There we go. Don't need these on me. Put these somewhere over here for their safety. Alright. So if I was a smarter person, or if this was more permanent, what you would want to do is make these out of a like this surface, out of a non-flammable material that is not grass, because clearing the grass every time is annoying. But I'm not a smarter person, and this is temporary. Alright. That should do the trick. Whoops. Do. Alright. Now I believe somebody said that it's smart. Well, for one thing, I would rather have some dirt so I can fill this gap as soon as I'm done. I don't think it has to be filled. But as a dumbass, I would like to do this as close to the guide that I saw as possible. Right, so they lit this up. And then covered this. And then I want to fill this hole. Not like that. Like this. Boom. Alright, so it's not going to tell me that it's working until all 9 of those are lit. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. We could do this. My goodness, I'm tired. Let's go ahead and make sure that 2 doors are open. 1, 2. Alright, not all 3. Although I'm like 40% sure that I can have all 3 open and I'll still get black ceramics. But like the bricks would become, instead of black bricks, they would become this shit, clinker. Clinkers are bricks that have been overcooked. Their surface is vertified like glass and are not very good for building. One must use more of them to get a great result. Like, don't get me wrong. This looks like it would make a really fucking good, fireplace. Like, I like it. But the amount of that I would need to make a fireplace is so much. Come on. Yeah. Based on the description, you would think it sucks, but it seems... It's, like, really pretty. Like, that would make an amazing fireplace. Okay, receives heat. Why tell me how long it's been firing instead of telling me how long it's gonna take? SMH my head. What am I supposed to do? Read the handbook myself? Alright, so there's a 50% chance that any one of my bricks is damaged. So it's very likely that after this one I will not have enough fire clay bricks to do this a second time. And that's even after the fact that I used in Aldi's classes crafting recipe to build these fire clay bricks at half the normal cost. If I did not have all these classics, I would not have a fire clay or a beehive kiln for like another 30 episodes. Oh, I can't climb in through the door. Which is fair. But yeah, I do think that if I'm able to do this again, I'm just going to make a bunch of those clinker bricks. Maybe, I am already making a bunch of black ceramic bricks for various purposes. If I was going to use the clinker bricks, and I would like to, clinker sounds like a slur. If I would like to, I would probably just use them for fireplaces. Could make some decent looking fireplaces and stuff. Huh, puppy dog. Little dude's a goofball. Who's a goofball? You are. Yes, pet the puppy dog. Why do I shivers smash their face into the ground like that? For all that's blue clay. I'm blind as shit, so if you see my saw, just shout. Where's my saw? Oh, here it is. Gonna have to make another saw. Meteoric iron saw. I mean, there are a bunch of good uses for meteoric iron. A saw is definitely one of them. I am out of meteoric iron at the moment, but I marked some more on my map I just haven't gone to go get. Alright. Perfect. Fill this with blue clay. Stop it. Honestly, a saw is something that you use so much that making one out of steel is always a good idea. The saw. Well, like, honestly, being able to make a copper saw is very realistically the biggest leap in technology in this entire game. Because as soon as you have a saw, you can make wooden planks for like building. You can make solid doors. You can make trunks and chests. Well, not in that order. Chests are smaller. You can make barrels for making alcohol. Fruit press, that requires planks. I don't know if I already list a bucket, but you can move water around to actually start irrigating farmland. The biggest boost in technology is the fucking saw. Oh yeah, I got distracted. I was putting that away so that I can make blueberry syrup. I should also make blackcurrant syrup. Make a bunch of syrup now, and then make candy later. Although what I could also do is expand my cellar slightly. And then make those horizontal barrels. Like barrels you can actually stack. Let's see here. Barrel rack. Oh, those are pretty cheap. Can I make better barrels? Large barrel with spout. How craft? Large barrel. Oh, that's just clutter. Unusable clutter. Barrel top rack. Presumably then, I just use normal barrels. Sodom, like Sodom and Gomorrah. I've never read the Bible, but those do pop up. I took AP Literature and Composition in high school, and the teacher was like, I cannot require that you read the Bible, but I recommend it. You'd be surprised, or perhaps not, how many works of literature allude to the Bible. It's called biblical alliteration. Something like that. Because it's like extremely common. Oh damn, look how hot my ceramics are. I'm so excited. As long as nothing explodes, we're going to have black ceramics soon. Which is good, because these black ceramics cost so many freaking resources. But they also cost half as many resources as they should have. I cannot imagine the amount of time and energy folks would put into this normally. Nope, those were my blueberries. I got distracted for a prolonged period of time. Right, bucket. Let's go ahead and wheeze the juice. Steam engines are cool. I do like trains. I just don't think I would have the attention span to build trains. QP, the guy who made the Chisel Tools mod that I like so much, has also got like a Steam and Rails mod. I'm fascinated by it, but I don't think I would ever actually use it, unfortunately. Alright, let's go and grab my mash. Whoa! Savior of the universe. Crazy, those Germans. Without saying what it is, my father's surname is German, which is weird. Because, like, we've got basically no German in us. I do not think my mother would cheat, though. So genetics are just wild like that. It's like this last name could not be more German if it tried, but we're like, what, 0.2% German? Alright. One more bucket of blueberry. And then I get one that I can eat for free. And Factorio ruined other trains for you. We've got a Minecraft server. It's called AASC, the Asexual and Aromantic Spectrum Cobblemon. But it was like a Cobblemon and Create mod server. So it was a lot of fun. But like, I kept getting distracted and was too lazy to make trains. And then it turns out that Pokemon are really stupid. And do not know that trains are dangerous. They will straight up stand on rails. Perhaps I'm asking too much of these Pokemon, expecting them to know better, but come on. How could something that big and that noisy not be dangerous, Pokemon? Also, I need them to add shiny Giratina. Well, Giratina at all, but shiny version, please. Cobblemon does just keep getting better with time. Alright, let's go through and look for all my rot. I need rot, dry grass, and fiber. Do. Surprisingly, there's very little rot in there. Fresh for 5 days. Surely there's stuff rotting in here. Look at that. My fish is 9% spoiled. Alright, we need more rot. These are something called rot soaked peat. So by infusing rot with flax, grass, and peat, obviously, and then letting it dry, it burns for so much longer. Hello, how hot are you? It's really too hot to look at. Rot? Nope, no such luck. Here's a bunch of rot, and I'm also pretty sure that I had like a crate with rot in it. Pokemon are just animals with powers. That is fair. That's a decent amount of rot. In fact, I might not need this much. I'll keep 2 stacks. Alright, where's my grass? Put this back. There's no way this is all the grass that I have. I can collect more if it is, but that seems low. Nope, no grass. I am tired, and we are just waiting on my pottery, so I'm kind of just, prepping some stuff for the future. Oh well, I've got a scythe, so I can collect more grass. Cow plows. This plow on the front of the train will pick up and move Miltank, but only Miltank. Everything else sucks to suck, I guess. Ooh. It's just going to take up space in my inventory, but let's go ahead and break this. What do we get? Some Arcanum. Oh, I definitely got something else. Enchanted Stone. And the Scroll is probably what those were. If I ever get around to playing around with Rustbound Magic, I've already got a bunch of stuff that I need. There are some damn good spells in Rustbound Magic. It's a lot of work, though. Whoop. Alright. Flax fibers. Yoink. You know, if I learned to stack stuff, I would probably have more space. Yoink. Let's go. That's all we need is Chocobo. Everything is better with Chocobo. Whoop. Also, if my bunny hopping is concerning, I'm playing as a space raptor, so it's totally appropriate. No, that is Puppy Dog. Strange that that shiver looked like it was trying to square up. Considering it's just my dog. Oh, what can I do? Oh, sweet, my bees are ready to harvest. Or at least some of them are. Whoop. Let's go ahead and put the Arcanum away. No space. Also no space. Whatever. I don't need that much inventory. I just needed some inventory at all. I can also stack my enchanted tools over here. Or I guess not enchanted tools. Oh, they are literally made of condensed mana. and start trimming grass. Pretty. Despite the fact that I don't like warm temperatures, I do really like fire. It's very pretty and very destructive. Normally, if you're going to, like, attach a plow to an animal, you have the horse pull the plow. I'm sure that a cow could do it, but they tend to lack discipline. Cows are like dogs. You can teach them tricks, but only if they are also in on it. 1 second. Alright. I'm just going to put you here. You here. I'm going to need more peat. Here's my rot. What is rift activity like? Medium? I should be safe. I mean, the medium means I'm not safe, but I'm out here anyway. Alright. There we go. Interesting. I did not use as much of the rot, making the rot-soaked peat as I thought I would. That or it's bugged, and I was somehow cloning rot. Not entirely sure. Could be bugged. Sci-fi Final Fantasy movie from 2001? I don't. I remember there being a Monster Hunter movie. I also remember people saying it was not very good. Or was it that it was good? I don't think it was good. Does anybody here remember the Digimon movie, though? And then there was that weird opening with Amanda Anaconda or whatever. What the hell was that fever dream? I might be a little bit tired. Return to where it all began. Return the slab. Come on, ceramics. Oh shit, I forgot I was making syrup. It's still not done. It's not cooling yet either. It will now start to cool. I'll watch it. Maybe 2 pieces of rot-soaked peat. Will be plenty. Oh yeah, so there was an update to a culinary artillery, so it's a lot harder to get a large cauldron than it once was. Yeah, the one with the virus. And then Diaboromon straight up launched nukes. The Digimon movie was alright. I had the Digimon movie, and then I also had, like, Pokemon 2000 or whatever. But, like, I grew up with both Digimon and Pokemon games, but I didn't like the show for either of them. What the hell is in there? Oh, my offal! It's only fresh for 4 days. Only fresh for 1 day. How do I mix you into black pudding? Oh, that requires animal fat, which I do not have. And this one requires meat, which I also do not have. I've got animal fat. Oh, it's just not ideal. I'm gonna grab one of you. Find my animal fat. Grab that. Gonna throw this. Put this there. My offal. Oh wait, I gotta open the bottle of blood first. Put you here. Go the fuck away, taskbar. Can't have shit in Detroit. Oh, damn. Maybe I genuinely do need to put the blood in a bucket. If I was a bucket. I'm gonna smack you here. Dump out the blood. Put this away. Pick you up. Must go get my animal fat and drop that on the floor. Alright. So you here. You here. Bucket of blood. Am I doing something wrong? Clean awful. Clean awful, perishable. That's what I got. Oh, I'm mixing it up. There we go. 2 liters of blood. Oh, that requires 0.8 liters of blood. Let's go and grab these and see if I can't use them like I should be able to. As long as I do it correctly. Where's my animal fat? There's my animal fat. No. I cannot do it this way. Fine, fine. I'll play by your rules, game. Not a very good use of my blood anyway. But it's what I'm doing with it. If I can do something, I'll usually do it at least once. Where'd my fat go? There's my fat. Alright. And boom. 0.6 liters of blood. Let's just drink it. And sleep well, Pocket. Alright. Now. Why just cook it? Black pudding. I don't think I can cook it in this, so let's go and move you. I'm probably just gotta throw it in here. Like this. Yep, cooked black pudding. Nah, it's overkill. Let's use these. Perfect. Let's go check my shit. And I used a lot of animal fat. Not a vampire, no. Valiar obligate carnivores, though. Fired black ceramic shingles. Hello, is everything in here good? I mean, it's hot as fuck, but it does look like it's all done. So yeah, let's go ahead and give that some time to cool. I don't actually see any damaged bricks. Could be that we're going to get one more use out of this. Would it tell me if the bricks are damaged? That says it's ready to fire. Yeah, I don't think that would tell me it's ready to fire. If, some of the bricks were broken. Sweet. Probably going to get one more use out of that. I don't need nearly as many shingles as I thought I did. So I probably should have did more bricks. But I also don't know what I plan on doing with the bricks. So making just a bunch of clinker, which it still sounds like a slur. Clinker bricks sounds like a good idea. Boom. Let's go and start putting sticks on the ground. Oh, I never did find out why my bamboo won't grow. So sticks on the ground. Dry grass goes in this chest. Oh, sure, it's more organized. Boom, boom. I think I've got piles for these rocks. Yep. Speaking of which, I think I can upgrade this. No, not a necromancer. A Valiar obligate carnivores. Although mine is... Or not a necromancer. Mine is a necromancer. Not a vampire, though. Gotta animate those dead. Let's go ahead and check out my stuff. Now, there should be a thing in here that'll allow me to upgrade my whatchamacallit. Yep, artifact core. There we go. Smack it in there. That holds up to 25 charges. And grab this. Right. No, there's only 4 in there. I don't have stones to throw in it either, so we'll leave that be for now. I might use astrolith in the production of my basement. Or not basement, my kitchen. Which will be in the basement, because that's just kind of where I'd put things. Nope, where am I going? I want to put this here. Let's go ahead and check out my blood pudding. Cooked blood pudding. 520 satiety. Not very good, but it can also be used in cooking. Hello, Gustav. Check out what I've made. It was expensive as fuck, but we got a beehive kiln. And it is full of black ceramics. That I cannot touch right now, because it's like 400 degrees Celsius. I'm super excited. Without this beehive kiln, I've only been able to make dark brown ceramics. But the black ceramic is much more aesthetically pleasing. Not that I have a kitchen or anything to actually be putting this stuff in. But baby steps. In the next couple of streams, I might actually try making a windmill. It's a lot more work than it sounds, and I need resin, which I do not have. Should have been collecting resin this whole time. It's going to become an issue almost immediately, but it's not an issue right now if I proceed to ignore it. If I do not look directly at it, it does not exist. Kind of like how I say if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. That's why I close my eyes when doing something stupid. If you see me on the forklift, it's best to run. Boom, look at all this. Oops, don't want any white current currently. So yeah, we're just waiting for my ceramics to cool. I'm currently making a bunch of syrup. Well, I might hold on to my jam. I could probably make some honey, not honey. Might hold on to some of my berries. I could make jam and seal it in a crock. There is not a reason to do that. But I could do it, is my point. Hunt you down with a forklift? I don't know. I might set that as one of my tiers on my Patreon. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not going to. Heck yeah, my follower goal has been met. Hello there, Lindieri. Oh, you're a bot. Why do I only get bot viewers? Obviously, I've got a bunch of viewers who aren't bots, but my point still stands. Yeah, it'll be like that shitty, Half-Life game, Hunt Down the Freeman. But it's just to hunt down whoever pays me enough to hunt them down. On a forklift. I'm not here to kink shame. Some people like being hunted for sport. Yoink. Alright. Let's go ahead and harvest my honey. And then we'll go make some jam. Or not jam. I probably will make jam, but that's not what we're doing right now. I also never did get around to making an iron, watch it. I can make a copper one. I'm gonna put these back. If I have copper ingots somewhere, I could make a copper plate like right now. And upgrade my cooking pot. I just have to find those. Oh shoot. Fresh for 2 days. I've got time to look for my copper. Although this is not exactly an emergency. If I have to melt down 2 more copper ingots, I can do that as well. It's no sweat off my brow. Not necessary. Boom, boom. So what I'm doing is I'm making a cooking pot. Now this is a modded thing, obviously. Actually, hopefully I can make it. Whip-boo-boo. Cooking pot. Copper metal cooking pot. For cooking food only. It does not say that I need a specific trait. I believe it does require a specific class. But I've got that disabled. I can craft anything that doesn't require a specific trait. And one of the few things that does require a specific trait, the meat required to tame shivers, requires the improviser trait, which I have. Let's go and get this made, and then I'll make my setup. Nope, not that. Yoink. Boom. I'm so responsible. I'm getting shit done. There's a Spyro the Dragon Half-Life mod. Yeah. This is Puppy Dog. And Puppy Dog guards the bees. Puppy Dog's a little bit stupid. I have another mod that makes shivers behave more like spiders, which is why Puppy Dog is occasionally just walking along the wall. Nah. Well, it's just Puppy Dog. Sweetheart, honestly. Yoink. I'm making a copper plate if I can find where the fuck the plates are. There we go. I do feel like being lazy, so let's just do this. Fuck. It's a good thing I've got this meteoric iron hammer. I am going to not use Knapster when I'm not so fucking tired. Because I do genuinely enjoy smithing. But it's real tired hours. Because I have not gotten more than like 4 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. Like cumulatively. There's a minor construction going on in the other half of the duplex that I'm renting. Apparently they play really loud music as well, but I guess I fall asleep before they start doing that. Somehow. I'm a pretty deep sleeper. Not like in the sense that I can fall, like I don't fall asleep easily, but once I'm asleep, I'm pretty hard to wake up. If that makes sense. Alright. Copper cooking pot. Cooks the 8 portions. It's not the best. We'll get a better pot as we go. But considering each crock holds 4, that one pot can fill 2 crocks. The iron one cooks 12 servings, which will be enough to seal 3 crocks. And probably the highest level I'm going to go for. Steel metal. Here we go. The steel metal cooking pot does 16 portions. And it also requires 2 steel rods. I think there's also a gold metal one. Let's look up cooking pot instead of just guessing. Cooking pot. Gold-plated cooking pot. Which cooks up to 20. That is pretty expensive, but it would seal 5 crocks at a time. Gold is also really fucking ugly, though. I'm not a fan. I just don't like warm colors. Like that yellow stripe on the non-binary flag is on thin ice. Sweet, I can collect my bricks and stuff now. And boom. And then, of course, my real prize are these crocs. And there's 24 of them in here. Fresh for the ceiling. Hopefully having all this nice stuff will inspire me to actually build a fucking kitchen. Later. That's a later problem. Oh yeah, well I live in California, near the Sacramento area. We get earthquakes all the fucking time. They usually happen while I'm asleep during the day though. You would think the earthquakes are doing it on purpose. The regularity with which they only happen while I'm asleep. Alright, empty barrel, yep. Go ahead and give it a squeeze. Unfortunately, I used all of my blood making blood pudding, which isn't even that good. I kind of want to make like a kick-ass cabbage dumpling stew. But I no longer have meat or the required stuff to do that, because I'm dumb. As my cow empire expands, we are going to have more ready access to meat and shit. Not actual feces, although there is a mod that does make livestock poop so you can use it as fertilizer. Oh yeah, no, California is like really earthquake heavy. We're like right on the San Andreas fault. I'm just waiting for another big one. Although I'm not close enough to San Andreas for the big one to really affect me at all. Alright. Squeeze in the juice. I wish I had dumplings. I can make dumplings. But yeah, I've got all this cabbage I need to burn through. I need to get this rusty dust out of here as well. I can use smoked fish. I could make smoked fish and cabbage dumplings. Well, I can't make smoked fish dumplings. Can I? No. But I can put it in stew. And that's like just as good. One moment, there's a spiderling crawling around on my leg. Whip! Sorry, little buddy, I don't want baby spiders on me. How do you safely move a baby spider? Give me a second. Alright, baby spider has been safely moved to the wreath above my desk. Which, hell, for all I know, that's where it came from. It is too early to tell if these baby spiders are black widows. It's very possible that they are, though. Whoop. I'll grab you, grab the bucket. Alright, one more. Before the cauldron's full anyway. That's not that concerning. Black widows are shy. I'm in pretty much no danger. Unless one thinks I'm going to squish it. In which case, I'm in for a bad time, but unlikely to be in any real danger. Yoink. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, that's as much as that can hold. Do and turn these into berries. Fuck yeah. Go ahead and grab 2 of these. I cannot imagine that's going to be enough, but I can hope. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. This is borax? What's on my ground? Yeah, it is borax. Oh yeah, so what do you think of my sushi shelves? There's no sushi on there currently. Ow. Who'd have thought that a campfire is hot? Do you play Vintage Story, Gustav? I can't remember if I've asked that before. Puppy dog, what are you doing? He just likes to feel tall. Have you ever played with the, Tameable Shivers mod? Unfortunately, it's semi-bugged. No matter how much I want Puppy Dog to help me in combat, he just will not do it. Like, he tries to. I just don't think he can. The mod is outdated. You know how cool it would be to have, like, a shiver hunting dog? I mean, he's stupid, but he's got the spirit. Oh. Here, pet the puppy dog. Now, a mod that I actually really like, but do not have currently, is called Feverstone Wilds. And they plan to eventually have giant spider mounts. So it would be sweet to go out hunting with my giant spider. I will lose 90% of my subscribers. It's like, yeah, we watched the streams, and then the spiders started to show up. Whoop. One of these streams, we're going to have to actually sit down and prepare some salt. Whoop. Yoinky doink. Come on, Vominos. Everybody, let's go. I get that song stuck in my head an awful lot. I don't think I've ever watched Dora the Explorer. Oh. If I had to guess, it's been on around me, though. Otherwise, like, where would I have picked up the song? It's not a bad song. Very catchy. Can I just open these like this and throw that in there? No. Whoops. Fine, I'll stop being lazy and actually fill these. Fill the bucket. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm making salt. I actually have a ton of salt that is waiting for me to prepare it. Now, I used to play on a large server where I was responsible for feeding, like, 9 or so people. And I still farm and cook as if I'm responsible for feeding a small army, even though I'm solo. Canonically, a volley travel in packs, though, so we're just going to pretend that, I've lost my pack, and am therefore incapable of doing all the shit that my pack did previously. So I'm just over here farming and cooking, as if that alone will help me survive. Honestly, having a crazy person like me who really enjoys just farming and making food is really helpful on a server. It's kind of hard to starve to death in this game. But, like, simply getting by and having amazing food are two very different things. And I'm over here, just making all this food for fun. As soon as these are all sealed, I'll check on my cauldron. I should make more glass. I don't think a greenhouse would be the most practical thing to make. considering it almost never gets below freezing around here, even in the winter. I think that I wasn't as good at farming in mass back when I was new to the game. I played without mods for like my first 300 hours or so. I have had somebody on the Vintage Story server say that survival is only so easy because of all the mods that I've got. And so while I don't need to prove myself to anybody, I think at some point I'm going to do like a non-modded playthrough with default settings, just to show off that I am a crazy person and will have a quern and oven before the first fall. Heck, if I don't even focus on collecting seeds, which would be stupid if the idea is to survive, I could probably have a quern, like, within a month. Like, sure, they require copper, but it's not hard to get your first copper tools. But if I'm going to do it that quickly, it would be, like, all I'm focusing on, and that's not great for long-term survival. Although I'm kind of curious as to how long, if I'm only focusing on making a quern and oven, how long that would take me. Like, speedrun it. Let's go. Stop bragging! Minus 20 degrees Celsius sounds fantastic. Like, I would dress for the cold, obviously. I don't even own a jacket. But that's because I won't put on a jacket until it's like 21 Fahrenheit, minus 6 Celsius. Which does not happen where I live, so why would I own a jacket? But yeah, I would prepare for minus 20 Celsius. I would much rather that to what we've got right now. The current temperature is... oh, it's 6 Celsius. It was only 3 Celsius earlier, but I guess the sun is already out. 3 Celsius is nice, it's just not cold enough. Well, yeah, but like, if you have any grains at all, you should totally be fine. Honestly, grains stay fresh forever. Last time we didn't have a jacket. Is that 115 Fahrenheit? What is that, like 44, 45 Celsius? I don't actually know temperatures. I'm over here saying numbers. Some of them are even accurate, but I don't actually know things. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be checking on my setup. No. I don't think it would require 3, but it's going to require more than the 2 that it requires for 30. Let's go grab a single piece of regular peat. 46 Celsius. Honestly, as humans, Fahrenheit makes more sense, temperature scale-wise, because it's like a percentage of heat. But I do not understand why the US is so afraid of the metric system. The metric system just makes so much more fucking sense. Like, why not use it? Everyone's like, oh, yeah, but we've been to the moon. That makes us better. And it's like, yeah, but NASA uses the metric system. Whoop. Did my table make a weird sound when I jumped on it? Does it always make that sound when you jump on wood? No, wood doesn't make a sound at all. It's also got a metal covering. Kinda wild that they made a custom sound for jumping on your butchering table. Throw that in there. Bring this back up. Right, so for 30 liters of juice, 2 of my long-burning peat is plenty. But for 50, which is what I'm probably going to make more often, I'm going to want 2 of the long burning peat, and then 1 regular peat. I don't think that peat actually did anything, but that's because I let it cool too much first. Let's go grab another peat. SMH my head. Where'd my lantern go? Where's my lantern? Yoink. Rift activity is calm, so I actually don't even need to run around like a crazy person. One thing that I did do... Oh, I'm starving. Which was a lot of fun, is that on the server I actually kept like a little notebook of exactly how much peat I needed for what. That might once again not actually even reach temp. I should just move my peat down here so that I actually have it when I need it. Very shortly. Well, it's wasteful, but let's throw one of those in there. Boom. Perfect. That'll save it. I also want to make more alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. I don't know how it works, but there is a toggle with Knapster that makes it where you don't have to hold the quern. I don't know what that button is, or if it's like a command I need to enter. So how's everybody doing? Oh damn, it's already 7:30 something. I'm looking at the time right now, it's 7:38, what the fuck? I guess my brain just chose not to read the rest of the time. Aw, nobody's engaging with me on any of the Vintage Story Discord servers that I'm part of. Are you done yet? It would not be making noise if it was. Come on. Rapidamente, por favor. Some of us have shit to do. Actually, what I need to do is go to bed. But it will be easier to do that once this is finished. In some non-specific way. Snow clearing duty. I suppose needing to shovel snow is one of the more annoying aspects of it. It's not like leaf litter, where just leaving it where it is the better option. That being said, you should leave your leaves. A lot of bugs. Like pupate and shit over the winter. And they cannot do that if you rake up your leaves. Everyone's like, oh, why don't we have butterflies anymore? It's all the raking. Knock it off. Come on. Cook faster. It's got enough in there to finish what it's doing. It's just taking its sweet time. No. I mean, I can make yogurt. I don't have milk yet. Next generation of cows, I'll probably have milk. Although I can probably get some milk. From my current cows. At least once they give birth. Not both of them. Just the generation 2. Yoink. Alright, which one of these has blackcurrant syrup? What's blackcurrant? That is the syrup. Boo-doo, what's in here? Prime meat. It's gonna be in there for a while. Boop-a-doo-boop-boop-boop-boop-boo. Whoops, put that back, please. Thank you. Give it a squeeze. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? Wouldn't you say I'm the squirrel who has everything? Oh yeah, no, bugs are great. I even like the bugs that most people don't, with a couple of exceptions. I do not see a lot of point to bed bugs. I don't think bedbugs are actually helping the ecology. They just kind of exist to fuck people over. And ticks are like an important food source to animals that I like, such as opossums. However, ticks also kind of suck. But I do like bugs. Even mosquitoes are important to the ecosystems that they're part of. It would simply be nice if those mosquitoes did not, you know, transmit so many diseases. We gotta start vaccinating the mosquitoes for malaria. Yoink. I'm not a crazy person. I'm the least crazy person to ever exist. Well, it looks like I'm gonna end up with a really weird amount of setup. Alternatively, I can just not crush these 14... I'm not entirely sure I could crush these 14 loose berries if I wanted to. Yoink. Alright. Whoops. Gotta take this out and then fill it. Oh yeah, birds will eat mosquitoes. But mosquitoes are like, they actually are important pollinators. And not even all mosquitoes do drink blood. And of those that do, it's usually just the females that drink blood so that they can lay their eggs. But like a lot of the diseases that mosquitoes spread isn't even because they're drinking blood. It's because they spit while they drink so that you don't notice their presence. So that weird mosquito saliva is basically transferring bloodborne pathogens, like Zika virus or malaria or whatever. That if they did not do that, would not spread as often. Oop, I'm getting just super distracted. I do like the John Oliver idea. Just fit all of the mosquitoes with tiny mosquito condoms, and then their species will die out. John Oliver was joking. But science has done weirder things. Let's go ahead and bring out my stuff. Smack those in there. Looks like it cooled. Boom. Perhaps one of these days I'll have a kitchen that doesn't have me just walking all over borax. But yeah, I can make a bunch of decorative stuff. Decorative bed. I don't think I can chisel a bed well enough to be pretty. Decorative chimney is one that I'm excited for. Because if I do actually start building chimneys, I can use the decorative one to make the chimney shaped how I want. Decorative planters are kind of exciting. Decorative tool rack. I've never played with the decorative sign. Dang it, I thought for sure. Oh, there they are, decorative shelves. If we could get the decorative stuff working, with the food shelves mod, that would be fucking sick. Like, imagine if I could chisel my own sushi rack. I wouldn't, but if I could, I would like the option. See, that sounds like a good use for machine learning. Although machine learning is not my issue. I have an issue with generative AI. But now I'm just picturing that they start mounting, like, sparrows with machine learning Gatling lasers. And so as the sparrows fly around, if the machine learning laser sees a mosquito, it just shoots it out of the sky. It's like, oh, that mosquito's got malaria. Gun it down. Oh yeah, that's my only fire for now. I suppose there's no reason why this has to be my only fire. That'll be going for a while, but if the activity is calm, let's go grab some firewood. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not where my firewood is. I do need my chisel, which could be what I'm looking for. But I am stupid, so who knows what I'm actually doing at any given moment. Chisel, get. Now I need to fortify our wood. Boom. There I go, decorative fire pit. Just because, let's go make some porridge. We'll put this decorative fire pit here, might as well. Grab my sweet new cooking pot. Grab it. Put you there. I do like how I finally got like a really fancy cooking pot that can make 8 servings. Only to make 6 servings. Alright, 6 servings of spelt porridge with fresh black currants. This is overkill, but let's grab one of these. YOLO, am I right, kids? Boom. So this is clearly not how the decorative fire pit is supposed to be used. What you can do is you can put a chiseled block on there, and so the fire pit takes that appearance. My lazy ass is probably going to use decorative fire pits so that my fire pits and my ovens match. Because I think it would look better that way if they're all uniform. I do wish that the decorative fire pit had the wood in it, but I understand why it doesn't. Alright, so just because, or just so it does not have a chance to screw up, let's put that in there as well. I can't wait until we get a server for this game going. No, that's weird. The decorative fire pit's got smoke accumulating at the top of it that normal fire pits do not. It could just be because there was a block right there. Let's smack this there and see if smoke doesn't accumulate on that. No, it is still going through to the top. Wait. That does feel like an unusually large amount of smoke, though, doesn't it? Like, that's just too much smoke. Go ahead and break this. It's not actually doing anybody any favors. I put it there for science, but science doesn't care about us. Boom. Now, I've got a bowl right next to me, but just because. Let's go grab one of my sweet new black ceramic bowls. Yoink. Boom. We can also see what the black ceramic bowl looks like next to a regular old dark brown ceramic bowl. It's only a tiny bit darker. Still worth it. Delicious. I gotta go to bed. What the hell am I doing still awake? I mean, obviously I'm making syrup, but why do I feel like this has to be done now? Oh my goodness. My apologies. I can't imagine that that loud stretch wasn't annoying. Nobody's even commented on my temporal butterflies. Hello, Loxia. I am nearing the end of the stream, but it's a good thing you came when you did. Hang out with us for our final moments of the stream. I'm not dying or anything that I know of. Check it out, Loxia. So we made a copper cooking pot, which is good, but also made some black ceramics. Do 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 do. Check out how good some of this stuff looks. So there's a bunch of black ceramic tiles. I'll eventually be making a ceramic roof. But I've also got the black ceramic crocs, which are way nicer looking than all the brown ceramic. Or it's dark brown. There is a brown ceramic that you can make with red clay. But I made the black stuff with the blue clay. Like, let's put a... I have no food on me. And those are still... Nope, this is dry. So 20 days, or... I can't read that. 94 days. Well, although if I did make sealing jars, those are better for storing stuff like that. Oh, we've got lots of viewers on the YouTube today. How many? I've not checked. Bunch of really patient lurkers. 21 concurrent viewers. That is a lot of people just watching me make syrup. But what can I say? Syrup is really popular. And this is just the black currant syrup. Oh, I still have to make the white currant syrup. Although I don't have nearly as many white currant bushes as I do black currant bushes. White currant is more... Or, like, black currant is more goth. But ideally I would have an equal-ish number of both. Also, a buddy of mine is pretty sure that the reason I keep getting attacked by bears is because of the large amount of blueberry bushes I have growing near my house. I knew that if you saw blueberries, that you were in bear territory. I did not think that bears would spawn near blueberries. And hopefully they don't, and that it's just purely coincidental. Could you imagine just wanting to make, like, blueberry wine or something normal, and then suddenly you're constantly being assaulted by bears? I'll dry it. No. In fact, it's less than half dried. That's fine. It's drying quickly enough on my person. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Can't bear that. Oh. Well, apparently that's sold by a tailor. I don't think it actually gives off light. Would be overpowered if it did. Copper lantern. Copper lantern. I might make a bunch of molybdenolcos, or however you pronounce it. Scribes tables. Fancy. Yeah, this stuff. Molybdenolcos. Can make chain out of it. Oh, apparently it's used to make a chandelier, but not in vanilla. I want to make the lanterns. Palette Jonas. Create powerful light blocks. Expensive to use. In general, you will get better lighting results. But this is the first material in your chiseled block. Press F to select the color. How do I make this? A lot of candles, apparently. Cuprio nickel and a standard palette, which is made with 4 quicklime, a wooden bucket of dye, and a board. Oh, and I can use berries. Dang it, I hate that I discovered that, because now I, for some reason, really want to make modern-looking fluorescent lights. You know, like a normal thing to want to make. Alright. Nope, not there. How do you look in there, actually? Not bad, not bad. Well, it looks like it does not actually sit flush on the board. Which is kind of odd. Although now that I've noticed that, it seems to hover when placed over a normal fire pit, so that's ruined it for me. It hasn't, but I'm going to always see it. Don't eat the stuff, please. I need the white currants for syrup. But do. I should check on my cows. If I can get milk for making muffins. Not muffins. Soft dough. Soft dough is also used to make muffins, but if I'm going to be using cabbage for the purpose of making stew, then the soft dough turns into dumplings rather than muffins. Stop eating my berries, please. I would eat a cabbage muffin. Why not? Life is short. My cabbages! You know, I do actually wish that I could make a corned beef and cabbage. I don't need to be able to make a corned beef and cabbage. But it would be really cool if I could. How are my chickens doing? Alright, it does seem like pheasant cocks do not kill each other the way chickens do, or roosters. Which is good. Or rather, my birds not murder each other. I do need feathers if I'm going to ever make arrows. But that's going to just be an unfortunate side effect of raising... Side effect of raising chickens. That eventually I'm going to have to kill them for arrows. I don't eat pork or poultry in real life, but to be non-wasteful, I'll eat the poultry. Alternatively, I could make a soup stock out of it. It is still eating them, but it would make him go further. Not that one. This one, please. Hell yeah, we're gonna have some syrup. I'm gonna have to get around to building a proper house eventually. I'm still torn. Do I want to make, like, a proper windmill? Or do I want to, like, expand that way a tiny bit? Dig upwards? Because this is still under my house. So I'd have to dig outwards that way. The plan is to make a proper cellar eventually. Well, I'm going to build a windmill, regardless. I just don't know if I want it to be attached to my house, or like its own separate building. If I'm going to make tier whatever... Oh! Hello, Cynic! A wowie indeed. Welcome in, raiders! I should probably introduce myself. I am Satu. I go by Aunt Satu. I play a lot of Vintage Story, but I occasionally play other games. Can't remember what else I've been playing lately. Thank you for the follow, Cynic. Hey, Loxia, what else am I streaming? Oh yeah, Terraria. I'm doing a stupid Terraria challenge where I can only use stuff that I fish up. I played Repo once. I'll probably play more Repo. The issue is that I can really only play with my own sister once a week. Unfortunately, we're all adults with jobs. And, it's really rare that those jobs, like, line up neatly. What does my house look like? It's upside down. This isn't my house, per se. This is my cellar. I've got stuff all over the place, because I'm not very organized as a person. And technically speaking, this is my house, although this is more of a forge. Don't worry about the bear. Here's my beehives. This is Puppy Dog. Puppy Dog's a sweetheart, don't worry about him. He's stupid, but, like, he means well. Here's my beehive kiln. I just made it in a bunch of black ceramics. They are a thing of beauty. Yes, I am a space bird. I'm also a mage, but that's not important. Currently playing as an Avali Rust mage. My character is canonically a necromancer, but there is not a necromancy mod, but I do have this art of my character. Necromancy mod when? I can words good. Space chicken. So here's all my fish traps. I ignore them. Well, like this guy. Be free, random fish. I have way more smoked fish than I'm actually using, so I will eventually. What do you mean it already has an Avali mod? It took me about 2 years of going on the community Discord, dropping subtle hints that this game needs an Avali mod, until it finally had one. So that's a drone they're added by Rustbound Magic. They're really fucking annoying, but that's why I'm hiding indoors. Right? Before there was an Avali model, I was playing as a kobold though. So it's not like there weren't interesting modded species. Alright, is that all my weight current? No. I've effectively got another stack and a half. Or no. Slightly less than a stack. Do 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 do. Whoops, put that back, por favor. I'm really just making syrup at the moment. Well, if you are in the market of making mods that everybody, and by everybody I mean totally not just me, wants, we could really use a proper bone block. Bone piles are neat, but I need like a solid block for building walls out of. Nope, that's too weird of a portion. Let's go and grab my bowl. Put that there. Nope, that's always going to be weird, apparently. Yoink. 11.26 liters of white currant syrup. Yeah, sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Right? If you look at the Paris catacombs, that's what I want. Enshrouded has a bone block. Enshrouded's bone block is mostly skulls, though. Indeed. I've got, from Golden Combs, Primitive Survival, Rustbound Magic, the Avali model, obviously, a Culinary Artillery, Expanded Foods. Ow. Oh, that's not a drone, that's a sentry. Let's go and grab a shovel and kill it. Alright, come at me, Scrub Lord, I'm ripped. Come on. Get down here, I can kill you, please. Down here, buddy. And rest in piss. Just gonna leave that there. Why did I come out here? Now I've got long-term foods, which adds stuff like potatoes and corn. That's always good. What other mods do I have? I recently added Knapster, because I'm tired and lazy. I've got animal cages. I've got medieval expansion for the cows. The plan was to make a water wheel, but I didn't because I'm lazy. But also, like, I just need resin so that I can make a windmill, which I would also need to make a water wheel, so I might as well make the windmill. Yeah, this is just a little temporary thing. I've not planted anything because I have way more food than any one person needs. I used to play on a large server with like 10 other people, and my job was to keep everybody fed, and I'm still kind of farming and cooking, as if I'm feeding like 11 people. So basically, I've got a lot of rot. I've been using the rot to make rot-soaked peat, because I've got all these classes. Indeed. More birds is another mod I've got. That's where the pheasants came from. Probably break these. Those pumpkins are as good as forfeit. Now, I would like... No, that's my firewood. I would like to build a proper house, but I'm not very good at building. Like, even this street lamp is messed up. And this side looks right. Because these are the correct skeletons. Which skeletons? Yeah, these ones are the right skeletons. One of these guys is too high. Placed in the C drive? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not paying attention to where I've got my stuff. Whoop. There we go. But yeah, so I need more of these skeletons so I can make more of these street lamps. But yeah, it's very nice. I'm also going to make more black ceramics. I might make clinker bricks so that I can make fireplaces. Oh, it would probably look really nice if I come into here. Rough clinker bricks. That would actually make a really nice fireplace as well. I do feel like this one is cheaper and would blend together nicer. Huh. These look nicer, but I really like the way these ones look. The rough ones. Alright, I've actually got to go to bed about an hour ago anyway. I'm just kind of chilling out. Oh, that's not even going to cook because of the weird quantity. Couldn't take that out. I'm going to have to ladle all of this out until it's just that weird amount. And then drink it. Fucked up my own shit. In my defense, I'm very tired. Hello, Laxia. What are you up to? I do have more buckets. What am I doing? Other than being really inefficient. For the sake of being inefficient. I lost my buckets. No, there they aren't. I very likely won't get good rest. The reason I've not been resting well is because of the construction workers, and they are already there making noise on the other side of the walls. They exist only to annoy me. That's not what I wanted to do, and you know it, game. Wooden bucket. Empty, empty. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab more. As long as I don't end up with a weird amount. No, that's just going to make me end up with a weird amount. 3.75 liters. 5 liters. We will not press these other 4. This is a bucket. There's more. Olenin van Haya Vasanut. I'm so old and tired. How are my rusks doing? 8.6 years? I'm going to have to do something with those soon. They shall be going bad. I, of course, suggest onion pie, fresh for 6 days. Might as well eat this. Finish it off with some porridge. Boom. Oh yeah, I need to stop getting distracted. What I need to do is go to bed. But in the meantime, I also need to stop getting distracted. Thank you for the raid, Cynic. And hopefully your stream went well. Boom. I don't know that you're still here or not, but I do appreciate the raid. With luck, my tiny-ass channel will grow, slowly but surely. I will need luck, though, as I do not have skill. I have no skills, but I do have a lot of bills. Well, the economy is in shambles. Alright, how are my cows doing? Still trying to kill me. Oh. Lag spike. Alright, is Gregnant. Is Pregante. How long do these eggs have? 5 days. Only 18 hours. I do not need a lot of chickens, or pheasants. But one can never have enough pheasants. Luigi board? Who wants to play Phasmophobia with me sometime? Come on, Phasmophobia is fun. I would like to do more multiplayer content, but the problem is that, especially in my own time zone, the hours that I'm free to play are kind of shit. I can only really do anything between like 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I go later than 7 a.m. all the time. But if I wanted 8 hours of sleep, I'd have to stop around 7 a.m. I've only tried that new Dynamap twice, and I failed. Twice. Well, actually, the second time, we got the correct ghost type. I did die, though. Considering I want to film the ghost as it is hunting, I tend to also be murdered by the ghost. Interesting, that. Oh, shoot. Still going. Well, we'll be going for a while. It is all of my setup, though, because I fucked it up. Come on, vamonos. Everybody fuck up. I want to build a house, but I'm not very good at it. I should just open my game to LAN and have somebody come in here and build a house for me. Just hire a professional builder. It's like, so here's your resources. Good fucking luck, loser. Why am I holding my lantern? I can hear a thunderstorm. I don't know where it is. It's not nearby. Got more netherite. Did I not throw a bunch of astrolith? No, I didn't have stuff to throw in there to make astrolith. I don't need astrolith. I probably won't use it. But it would be worth doing. Alright, let's go and make some astrolith. If I want my kitchen to be brightly coloured, astrolith is probably the way to go. But I do believe there is such a thing as too bright. There we go. Whoops. Now I gotta throw those back in there because I fucked up. I should go to bed. I am almost certainly losing my mind. Alright. Throw you in there as well. Do not accidentally grab them again. There we go. That will take a while. Blue fire. Yeah, so these are my 3 nexuses. This one is light magic, this one is neutral magic, and this one is dark magic. And I'm using them to collect rocks. This is not the material I want to build my house out of. I want to use basalt. I'm just using this as like a placeholder. Very basalty. It's not very basalty. That's the issue. But it's like a very pretty dark purple. It's a bit much. That's limestone. But I primarily plan to use it for like accent pieces, as well as my kitchen countertop. And not even the polished version like that. I plan on using the ashlar. Although I have used polished in the past, and it looks good. I'll have to use polished and then the ashlar, and then I'll put it up to a vote. Which one we think looks the best. Problem with the polished version is that there's like the rough border. And so it won't make a seamless countertop. It won't be this bad, since I like to use the chiseled. But if I remove this... Well, that's not seamless either, but at least they look a lot more intentional, like they're supposed to be next to each other. You know how it is. How's my syrup doing? As soon as this is done, I'll go to bed, and then next stream... Well, I want to make a bunch of dumplings. I'm not actually entirely sure what I'll be doing next stream. Maybe expand my cellar, although I'm still not entirely sure if I want to make a proper windmill, or if I just want the windmill to be like a tower and part of my house. I guess it depends on how large the big gears are, because I've not left myself a lot of space. Ow, who put that fire there? It was me. I put that fire there. Fresh for 22 hours, mostly dry. Come on, syrup, I'm tired. It's already 8:17 and I said I had to stop streaming at 7. I don't have work tonight, but sleep would be nice. Eventually. Well, it's gonna have to be tall regardless. How long is that fresh for? 2 years? So that's not an issue. I don't think the seaweed can go bad. That'll be good for a long time. And pineapple is only fresh for 15 days. I'll have to do something with that. And potato chips. I wonder if I shouldn't make hooks. The main reason I've not been making hooks is that I'm lazy. But if I'm abusing Knapster, I really do have no excuse. Come on, finish. Oh, I don't even need that in there. It would have been wasteful to use that. Although I'm trying to waste these, so... do with that information what you will. Wild yeast is only fresh for another 24 days. You can feed the yeast to extend its life. Feed the yeast. Was that Wild Heart? So yeah, by taking 1 liter of wild yeast, 2 flour, and then 2 liters of water, you end up with 3 liters of wild yeast. You're effectively feeding it to extend its life. Kind of like I have to feed yeast IRL. There's also the Feed the Yeast, was a popular Minecraft mod pack. I do not know why it was called FTB though. If it was Feed the Yeast. I'm obviously just being a clown. Alright. Do I really not have white currant set up anywhere else? What's white currant juice? It's 20 liters of white currant juice. It's going to turn into alcohol if I don't do something with it. I don't actually care. I gotta go to bed. So, if you've been hanging out, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, then you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and Fizzity, farewell. Hopefully, I do stream tomorrow. Usually if I'm going to miss a stream, it's going to be on a Saturday morning. But we shall see. We shall see, you see. Who wants to play Battle Block Theater with me? I should.